So look at this from a variety of aspects, and I'm going to give you my final grade on this free agent acquisitions. Let's get to the first subject. Of course, he worked with Josh McDaniels in New England. Everybody knows that. But I also wanted to add some quarterback stability. I did this for a reason. Now, Carolina Panthers moved up to number 1. Now they're in the catbird seat to get the quarterback they want. Houston's at number 2, likely to get a quarterback as well. Indianapolis Colts need a quarterback. There's some talk Arizona's going to get a quarterback. I doubt it. Detroit is there as well. I doubt they're going to get one, but you never know. And there's also the Atlanta Falcons right behind us at number 8, could leapfrog ahead of us to get one of those top 4 quarterbacks. And that's why I said it's some stability. It doesn't leave our cheese hanging in the wind in case we miss out on one of those top 4. Or maybe now we can go to a second tier quarterback like a McKee or a Hooker or even a Jake Hayner, and we still have Garoppolo at least a year, or even wait until the 2024 crop comes in. And I said that we got him at a discount, and this is the reason why. Let's look at the contract actually itself. 3 years, almost $73 million, a total guarantee of $45 million, and about 34 guaranteed right at the signing. Now, I want to take a look at a few things here that kind of catch my eye with this. Number 1, base terms, $72 million. That's under $25 million a year. It even says here his total cash, $24 million and change. The cap hit, this is a big one for me. I was looking at maybe getting it around 20 million, lowering the cap and giving him a lot on the front end with those signing bonuses. It's actually a little over 16 million, which is totally doable. But the third thing and the most important thing I want to talk about with this contract is you get to that 3rd year, we want to cut him. Dead cap space is under 4 million. I'm thinking even if we give him the full 45 or even 48 plus, that's still a very cheap quarterback, especially when I think he's probably going to be our starting quarterback for at least the 2023 season. This is the rankings as far as cap room by quarterback, and he's 15th. He's middle of the road as far as a starting quarterback. It looks like we're kind of setting things up to groom a quarterback either this season coming up or the following draft. A lot of people want to compare Derek Carr, number 4, to Jimmy Garoppolo. So let's do that. I want to take a look at some of the stats, some of the things that caught my eye. This is from Pro Football Reference, of course. Number 1 of the interceptions, especially with Derek Carr, had an interception problem last couple seasons. Garoppolo is kind of similar when he actually plays. You can look at some of these near full or near full seasons. You're kind of getting similar production. Of course, Garoppolo has never thrown for over 4,000 yards in a season. As you can see here, Derek's done it 4 times. But again, like I've talked to people before, the Niners are a completely different team. They leaned heavily on their running game, and they had an outstanding defense. So Jimmy didn't really have to carry this team. The air yardage per attempt, a little bit better, but not, I wouldn't say it's significant. So this is the rating right here. Overall, 99.6 to a 91. Derek Carr really took a hit here this last season with the 86. I think overall, though, there's basically a push here. Not much difference here, just as far as statistics and what these guys can do on the field. I think they're decent quarterbacks when they're on the field. A lot of people like to talk about Jimmy G saying, well, he went to the playoffs. He went to a Super Bowl. He has a better winning record, blah, 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 blah. This is a team game. I actually wanted to show the playoff stats here. This is Jimmy G's playoff stat. Now, I'm not going to care about these ones where he was on the pine behind Tom Brady. It doesn't really matter. But take a look at the 6 games he did play in San Francisco as a starter. You can see here 100% of the snaps. 6 games, 962 total passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Okay, that's less than 200 yards per game. I don't know where some of these people are getting these little crazy arguments that, oh, he went to the playoffs, so he's better than Carr. That's a bunch of bullshit. Of course, let's get to that medical report. Now, this is courtesy of Draft Shark. Now, I'm going to go over the big ones here. Of course, the ACL tear on his left knee in 2018, missed the whole season. 2020 had that ankle injury, missed about half the season. And then 2022 right here, broken foot. So I don't want to sound like some kind of pattern here, but it looks like the even years is when he gets dinged up. We're in 2023, so hopefully we can at least get a full season out of him with only minor injuries. Maybe that's what they're kind of banking on as far as this regime goes. And that's why I put rebuilding bridge here. I truly think he's not the solution at quarterback for us as far as winning a Super Bowl. And that should be the ultimate goal for any franchise in the National Football League. But I think he's a suitable replacement replacement bridge. As long as he can stay healthy on the field and the price is right, like I said, under $25 million per year, anywhere you slice it, and the cap number is good, especially for this year, so we can dump more money where we need it, offensive line and that terrible defense. So given all that, this signing, I'm going to give it a B+. I know some people can't stand this. They wanted Tom Brady, or they wanted Aaron Rodgers, or they wanted Lamar Jackson. Those didn't make sense to me for a lot of reasons. Those are, with Brady and Rodgers, older quarterbacks, and you're going to have to give up some draft capital. With Lamar, it's 2 first-round picks. That didn't make any sense to me at all. And $40+ million for a guy who's really kind of getting the injury bug himself. I think we got a veteran quarterback at a discount who is injured. He's not perfect, but he knows the system. I think he can kind of help us get through and kind of mentor a rookie quarterback, which I think is our solution to a Super Bowl.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.